Hey guys, it's Brandy. I'm popping in here for a mini training and also your weekly tip. This one's going to be a little more extended. I actually have some slides I want to introduce, and I'm going for a whole different format. So today I want to share with you guys the three personalities, three, that you get to inhabit, you get to be, you get to show up as on social media, online. And particularly, in your stories, it can be on your feed, um, Instagram, even LinkedIn to an extent. But really, this is an opportunity for you to wear a couple different hats. Excuse me. So I'm going to turn on my slides, right? I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So the first and foremost is the educator. And if you have been with me for a little bit, you have probably heard me mention the 4 E's. Now, the 4 E's, or the four things, four methods that I have coined as to how you can run your social media, how you can delegate what day you are talking about what, how you can source your content, all of those things. But using that method and then thinking of the three personalities you get to be, they can play together. Okay? So, first and foremost is the educator. Teach people something new. I want you to show up in your stories. I want you to show up in IGTV. And I want you to train someone out there, your ideal client that you're thinking of. I want you to train them on one new thing. Okay? This works across the board. If you are a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a business coach, a hairstylist, a social media manager, a yoga teacher, Pilates teacher, you run a bar, you run a restaurant, you teach fitness, you are in an MLM, you sell essential oils. Literally, the list can go on and on. You have something of value that you can show up and share. You can teach to the world. So I want you to put the hat on and say, I am showing up today to yourself, of course. I am showing up today as an educator. I am going to teach you this thing. Plain and simple. And that's what you do for that day. That's how you show up. You aren't selling anything. You're not, going in depth about your culture, your company culture and what you guys are about. It is simply providing value. And I know this. I want to share it with you. This is how I'm showing up. Number two, my personal favorite, be the best friend. This is where you get to be the cheerleader. This is where you get to celebrate the wins of your clients, share testimonials. You get to empower your audience, whether you know them personally or not. You get to help them celebrate something. You get to be the best friend, the one in their corner that's rooting for them. So on those days where you feel the lowest, that you're the most down, where you could use some encouragement, I want you to think about that and think about the person out there who today might need to hear that from you. And they just happen to turn on their Instagram, they go into a story, they pick you to watch, and that is how you show up, empowering them to be the best they can be. And again, this falls into any category. There is something you can do, you can bring to your audience while still maintaining your brand message, your image, all of that, and be the best friend. Offer that support, offer that encouragement, be that motivating figure in their life. Number three, the salesperson. I know we all detest sales. And if you are not that person, if you thrive on selling, if you could do that from sun up to sundown, then this is going to be super easy for you. But for those of us where this is sort of a struggle and it doesn't always feel comfortable, I want you to think about this. It's not something you have to do all the time. If you run a business or an industry where you have timelines, where every 6 months you are recruiting, every 6 months you're launching, every 3 months you're opening, or something's going on sale, whatever it is for your business, I want you to think about, you do not always have to show up as a salesperson. Be strategic about it, be intentional about it. That way you learn to appreciate it, You get in, you get out, but you're effective. So the salesperson, depending on your business, might be every other day. It might be once a week. It might be twice a month. It might be once a quarter. Only you can answer that. But you do have to realize that selling is a part of business. If you are not selling, if you are not generating income, then my friend, you have a very, very expensive hobby. I hate to break it to you, but it is so important for you to master and to get comfortable being uncomfortable selling, whether it's in person, online, through DMs, through a webinar, through a talk, whatever it is. So again, this is a super, super mini training, your tip for the week from Social Media on Fire. Actually, no, not from Social Media on Fire. It's a part of the Social Media on Fire online course that's coming out this fall. And if this is something that you truly, truly want to get better at, you want to master social media, you want it to not feel so overpowering, you want to get a better grasp on it and be able to measure your ROI from it and see that you're being effective, I invite you, one, join the Facebook group, Social Media on Fire, because it is lit. And I am dropping tons of info in there all the time. We have a great community. It's growing. It's super engaged. That's where you want to be. Number two, I invite you to check out the Social Media on Fire online course that's coming out very soon. DM me, ask me questions. Go to the website, passionfruitmarketing.com. You can see below on the tab. Start investigating it. Do your own research. Ask me questions. Let's connect, because I truly believe this will be the only course you will need. And if you're like me, you have probably been through a gazillion online courses. You have done a ton of webinars, and you feel like you're getting bits and pieces. I promise you, this one is complete, and you're going to finish it beginning to end, being completion energy, and you are going to be the king, queen of your social media. Questions, comments, feedback, I love to hear it. Shoot me a DM, send me an email, find me in the Facebook group. I love you. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.